Meeting's called to order, and we will have the invocation given by Ms. Daly and the Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Jones.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day, Lord. We thank you for all the blessings you have watched over us this year, Lord. And we thank you for us having a safe school year, Lord. We just ask you to be with us as we go to start getting ready for our new year, Lord. We just watch over all of our children, everybody that's involved in their education, Lord, and just help us to make the right decisions, what is best for all of our children. These things we ask in thy name.
Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please note that Ms. Billy Daly, Mr. Mike McMillan, Mr. Morris Moody, Ms. Elaine Jones, and myself are all present. Approval of agenda. The superintendent recommends approval of the meeting agenda.
Make a motion.
Discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Approval of the minutes. The superintendent recommends the approval of the minutes from June 14th, 2022, called board meeting.
I make that motion. I second it.
Discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Financial report and bank reconciliations.
Pass that because we're in a call meeting.
Okay. All right. Action consent. Receive approval of policies. The superintendent recommends the following policies be received, approved. You all have received the policy file 6.27, opt-in for mental health services by parent or legal guardian. Approval of contracted services. The superintendent recommends the approval of the following contracted services. Request to approve payment to Zoe Rich to teach color guard skills for 2022-2023 halftime show, Bibb County High School. Payment of $400 will be made from BCHS local school funds.
I make that motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve payment to Kathleen Mack to provide professional development for custodians, August 5th, 2022. Payment of $100 will be made from Title I funds.
Make the motion. Second.
Discussion.
What is she gonna be doing in this? I mean, she just going out with them how to claim them?
Ms. Dennis.
Yes.
Yeah, I have worked with her. She's talked to several vendors, and I know that she talked to Ms. Gibson as well, but she's talked to several vendors about coming with her. And then her assistant, I'm sorry, what's his name?
Robert or Jimmy.
One of them is gonna come with her, and just an update on procedures of cleaning, based on where we are with COVID and just general cleaning procedures, custodial procedures.
So this is not what, with the new floors and everything they had recommended?
No, ma'am.
Okay, that we get someone in that they're gonna tell me exactly how to clean those floors so they don't strip them off again.
Yeah, I think
So
Ms.
that's not
Gibson has talked to Ms. Ruthie about that,
Okay.
About the email that was received and everything. Now, this will just be some general, just professional development for them.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Request to approve payment to Eli Holzenbeck to provide police security at sporting events 2022-2023 school year, Bibb County High School. Payment of $22.50 per hour will be made from BCHS local school funds.
I make that motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Approval of bids. The superintendent recommends the approval of the following bids. Request to approve bid number 21/22-16, Brent Elementary School, K1 Wing Re-Roof to Mid-America Roofing, Inc. in the amount of $124,812.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Personnel action, the superintendent recommends the approval of the following personnel actions. Receive employment declination from Chloe Cox for teacher, Woodstock Elementary School.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Discussion?
Was she employed and
This,
now
it's,
cut?
it's
cut
one,
out?
we have two of these, we hired them this summer to start work, and they find jobs closer to where they live, so they decline.
I'm not suggesting we do this, but, and I certainly don't think I wanna do it, but, legally, could she get out of that? Do you know?
Well, there's
I've already.
a difference between declining a job offer and leaving after you've started a job, or after you've officially started a job.
Nobody signs a contract anyway, do
They
they?
don't.
As a teacher?
What the board attorney will tell us is that most school systems in Alabama don't have contracts that teachers sign. When they do an act of officially receiving a job, like if they take the keys to the classroom, or if they go work in their classroom, or they come and fill out employment paperwork, they've technically accepted the job.
But
If you
just
don't,
verbally
if
agree
you don't
to it,
already have something in writing from them, now, if they respond to an email, let's say Miss Morton emails a teacher and says, hey, congratulations, the board approved you at the board meeting last night. Do you accept the job? That's where they can verbally accept it. And we've been trying to get all of our principals to do that. But the board attorney will tell you that if you don't do that, you haven't officially hired them until they do something that either verbally or physically indicates they've accepted the job. So what's happened a few times with us in the last few years is our principals interview people, they settle on one, they call them, they say, I'm gonna recommend you to the board, and they say, well, thank you, I appreciate it. We approve them as a board, and then from the time the principal offers them, tells them they're gonna recommend them, and the time the board does it, they find jobs somewhere else. And
But in this case, she knew that the board, that she would be employed,
well,
right? Or
she knew the principal was gonna recommend her, but it's not official until you actually vote on it. It's not official by
I can't remember everybody we've employed, but did we vote to employ her?
Yes, that's
what I
why
thought. Okay, so what does the lawyer suggest we do? You're saying that some systems do require them to sign a contract.
well, just get it in writing, whether it's an email or in writing, that they will accept the board's offer. It's not official, Mr. Moody, until the board approves the offer. It's not the principal that's offering the job to
I'm
the person,
saying that.
it's the board.
What I'm saying, that's what I was asking, did the board approve?
Yes,
So
yes,
she was officially employed.
not if she declined it, not if she declined it.
Why don't we have a vote on it?
It's just the way it's set up. I mean, it's Mr. Ray Ward will be here today, and I'll get him to explain it to you, but until they officially accept the job, which could mean nothing more than filling out,
I
payroll
understand. I'm not worried about this case in particular, but I'm just curious, and I know it's come up before. and I-
We've got another one next.
Yeah, I knew what you were gonna say, but
It's aggravating, there's no doubt.
It's aggravating, especially hard to find teachers in certain
Mhm.
positions, like
Yes.
mathematics, for example. All right, and they wanna get out, they hadn't, been handed the keys, they hadn't done anything, they hadn't been worked, or worked in any capacity, and the day before school starts, they can get out of it. That's what I'm leading up to, maybe we should start making
Oh,
them
well,
agree to it
we
and
have
sign a
before.
contract.
Well, we haven't done that, but we have helped some to work the full 30 days, notice after school started.
Yeah.
And, or until we can hire somebody to replace them. We've done that before. But when it's declining, this is somebody who hasn't actually started working yet. And, we've got two on this board meeting. We've had some, I think, earlier in the summer. It's just that time between when the principal recommends them to me and I recommend them to you and you approve them. And then within the next week, they decide, I actually interviewed and
They
got
got a
offered
better
job.
offer or
Exactly.
something closer
To home usually.
And, I understand all that, but.
And if, like I say, if we did, we could hold, if they did accept and move into the room and start, working to get their room ready, we could hold them for 30 days. We could do that. But you still gotta let them go after a 30-day notice.
I see. I'll thank you.
But we do this one, and then there's one right after it, same general
Same
thing.
situation.
They get approved, and between the time the board meets and approves them, and 3 days, 5 days, 10 days later, they say, you know what, I just got called by this other board, and I'm gonna take their offer.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Receive employment declination from Angela Cornelius for first grade auxiliary teacher, Woodstock Elementary School.
Make that motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the resignation of Charles Cofer, history teacher, Bibb County High School, effective May 28, 2022.
Make a motion.
Second it.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the resignation of Jessica Guy, Library Media Specialist, West Lockton Elementary School, effective May 28, 2022.
Make the motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the resignation of Bethany Cody, Counselor, West Lockton Elementary School, effective May 28, 2022.
Make the motion.
Second it.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the resignation of Janet Jones, Counselor, Centerville Middle School, effective July 25th, 2022.
Make a motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the resignation of Brandy Fancher, Receptionist, West Blockton Middle School, effective August 31st, 2022.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the resignation of Charlotte Tipton, Paraprofessional Aide, Bibb County Preschool, effective May 27th, 2022.
Make a motion.
Second it.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the resignation of Stephanie Smith as Assistant Softball Coach, West Blockton Middle School, effective July 25th, 2022.
Make that motion.
Second.
Discussion?
Is
All-
she employed, yeah, I've got a question. Is she employed currently as a teacher?
Yes. And, we've got time, I hope, to find a assistant softball coach between now and then,
Hopefully.
hopefully. We increased the supplements.
I know
for
it,
coaches,
I
so
realize
that's-
that. I don't know what the answer is. It's
that's
like
a
fruit
problem.
basket turnover on it.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the resignation of William Cornelius as head middle school football coach. Where is this?
What's
That's
this?
West Blockton Middle School.
West Blockton Middle School, effective July 27th, 2022.
Same question is he already employed?
He's a teacher, he's a PE teacher there at the middle school. Also, he's the head basketball coach at the high school. This is.
He was
middle-
serving,
He was head football coach at the middle school and head basketball coach at the high school.
okay, I understand. I don't have any more questions.
He's resigning just as the
Okay,
middle school football coach.
ready to vote?
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the transfer of Kristen Nash as teacher, West Blockton Elementary School, to library media specialist, West Blockton Elementary School, effective 2022-2023 school year.
I'll make that motion.
Second motion.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Request to approve to transfer the employment of Adriana Terry as first grade auxiliary teacher, West Blockton Elementary School, to pre-K auxiliary teacher, West Blockton Elementary School, effective 2022-2023 school year.
I'll make that motion.
Second motion.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve to transfer the employment of Jennifer Greathouse as first grade auxiliary teacher, West Blockton Elementary School, to first grade teacher, West Blockton Elementary School, effective 2022-2023 school year.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the employment of Jasmine Wallen as teacher, Woodstock Elementary School, effective 2022-2023 school year.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the employment of Rebecca Green Hudson as counselor, West Blockton Elementary School, effective 2022-2023 school year.
Make a motion.
Second it.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the employment of Sharon Daniels as teacher, Woodstock Elementary School, effective 2022-2023 school year.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the employment of Jason Turner as counselor, Centerville Middle School, effective 2022-2023 school year.
Make a motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the employment of Amy Phillips as CNP worker, Centerville Middle School, effective 2022-2023 school year.
Make a motion. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the employment of Natasha Shirley as special education paraprofessional aide, Brent Elementary School, effective 2022-2023 school year.
Make a motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the employment of Tori Pearson as first grade auxiliary teacher, West Blockton Elementary School, effective 2022-2023 school year.
Make a motion. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve Joshua Aaron Tinker as school-based technology coordinator, West Blockton High School, effective 2022-2023 school year.
Make the motion.
Second it.
Discussion.
This is actually a supplement approval. Each school has a technology coordinator, and it's $1,000 supplement.
Yes.
So that's what this is. Of course, Coach Tinker's been at the school for several years now, but this,
Sloan Cram had that position last year.
Right.
And left
So-
in May.
so this isn't a new position. This is something we have one of these at every school, and it's a supplement, much like coaching supplements.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the following for CAST 21st Century Programs, Brent Elementary School and Bibb County High School, August through September 2022. Continuance of employment from October 2022 through May 2023 will be based on grant approval. And I'm gonna read all these off before we have a motion in a second. Bibb County High School tutor Philip Peak, Bobby Terry, student tutor Landon Kiner, teacher assistant Glenda Carter, Nick Bellman, Brent Elementary School program specialist / tutor Monica Watkins, Martha Gray, Kimberly Johnson, Chandra Miner, Angela Chesser, Karen Foster, Drew Smith, Crystal Hendricks. Pre-K / kindergarten program specialist Chrissy Pate, teacher assistant Lisa Clark, Casey Creel, April Jenkins, Beth Davis, student assistant Autumn Smith, Amani Stedemeyer, Kaylin Simmons, Gracie Terrell.
I have to recuse myself from student assistant.
Okay. Recusing herself from student assistant.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
I'm recusing for money.
Okay. Request to approve the following for 2022-2023 after-school program, Woodstock Elementary School. Teachers, Holly Purdue, Catherine Watkins, Amanda Green, Rhonda Steele, teacher assistant, Vicki Mitchell, Brandy Payne, Jessica Matthews, Connie Cornegie, Jennifer Taylor.
I'll make that motion.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Approval of substitutes. Request to approve the following substitutes. Kristen Lynn Bailey, classroom substitute. Victoria Grace Terry, classroom / CMP substitute. Michelle Barrow, classroom substitute. Carol Steele Walker, classroom / CMP substitute. Haley Mathis, classroom / nurse substitute. Anita Billingsley, nurse substitute.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The superintendent, based on the recommendation of the local school principal, has made the following reassignments for the 2022-2023 school year. Woodstock Elementary School, Peggy Vick, 3rd grade teacher to 4th grade teacher. Brandy Payne, kindergarten auxiliary teacher to 1st grade auxiliary teacher.
I'll make that motion.
We don't have to have,
Second.
we don't have to have a motion.
That's just a recommendation.
Yes.
Okay. That's just a recommendation. Next board work session, board meeting, whole board training, CSFO evaluation training presented by Dr. Frank Costanzo, Thursday, August 4th, 2022 at 9:30 a.m. And board work session will be Thursday, August the 4th at 1 p.m. And our next board meeting will be Tuesday, August 9th, 2022 at 5 p.m. Superintendent remarks.
Thank you, board members. The CSFO training does count for whole board training for the year. So that'll be something we can do. We're doing it. You'll notice it's scheduled right before the work session on August 4th. The August 9th board meeting, Tuesday, August 9th, that is the first day of school for students. We've got our board training webinar about to start in about 3 minutes. So that's all we have, and then, of course, after the, training webinar, we have a meeting with our board attorney, immediately following, so that's all I have, Ms. Gibson.
Okay. Request to adjourn,
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
discussion, all in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned.
All right.